Let's review the new Hanzo. Is he broken or is he actually quite good? Let's discuss, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stylosa, and before I start this video, thank you to everybody who turned up to the loading bar in London. It's awesome. Like, it's so cool to meet people that, like, actually want to meet me. It's so crazy. People came from all over the place as well. One guy came from Belgium. It was just insane. It was totally insane. I hope you guys all enjoyed it, and hopefully we can do more of that kind of stuff in the future. Like, because I really enjoy it. It's, like I said, it's so cool to just speak with people about Overwatch, people that love Overwatch, and it's absolutely awesome. Anyway, let's get into the video. Let's talk about the new Hanzo. So, I am going to make a statement, and the statement is this. It's like an official statement to the police. It's like, yes, officer, I confess I have now become a one-trick insta-lock. Do not join voice chat. Well, I do join voice chat, but I have become a one-trick insta-lock Hanzo main because I really enjoy playing Hanzo. Now, that's the question, or rather the answer, isn't it? Or the point. I really enjoy playing this Hanzo. Now, the old Hanzo, I don't really enjoy playing it. And actually, before I get into this, you know what really annoys me? The fact that Overwatch League, it runs on patches which are not in sync with the live game. Now, I understand why that's a reason and why they do that. It's because you have to give the pros time to adapt or, you know, sort out ways of playing. You can't just change the meta so fast, because then it's going to make it very difficult for those players to actually formulate strategies. Or is it? You see, it's really weird, because I was watching the stage finals last night when I was on the train back from London, and seeing Hanzo with Scatter Arrow, it's just garbage. It's like, what the hell is this? Like, that's not the hero anymore. And obviously there's loads of other things as well, but yeah, maybe in the future we will see Overwatch League synced up with the actual live version of the game, because I think that makes more sense. I think the pros should just be forced to adapt it. It'd make the game more interesting, right? I don't know. At least that's what I think. Anyway, let's talk about the Hanzo. So, he's super fun to play. I did not like the old Hanzo. I very rarely played him because I just found it quite boring. Like, it felt really slow. It felt clunky. Scatter Arrow, you know, it was okay. You was almost guaranteed a kill. If a Tracer jumped on top of you and you had Scatter Arrow, you could pile a load of damage into the tanks. In fact, the only real times I used to play Hanzo before would be King's Row first point attack, and it would be quite rare that I'd play him there, but I would play him there sometimes. Or I'd play him on Hanamura first point attack, just because climbing up the window and getting a cheeky scatter shot in could probably take out one of the supports in the back line or something like that, or even kill the tank if it's Orisa, and then you could just walk through the point. So he's quite strong for that. However, the new Hanzo is just fun all of the time. But does he have problems? So let's discuss the fun aspect of this. So Hanzo is really fun to play, in my opinion. What they've designed is a very fluid hero. They've given him a movement ability called lunge, which I absolutely love. This means you can double jump in a direction, and you can, like, spring forward or spring back. So if Winston dives on top of you, you can jump back out of the way. Or you can jump down maybe to the low ground, then jump again, double jump away. It's so cool. Or you can climb up the wall, double jump off the wall, and actually you can get quite a lot of distance doing that. This makes Hanzo really, really fun to play if you're into heroes with movement abilities like that. Obviously he had wall climb before, but now it just feels so much more fluid. It is so much more fun. Question is, would Hanzo have been good enough just with that lunge ability? Did they really have to give him, like, his rapid fire that he's got now? Yes, they had to get rid of Scatter Arrow, and I totally get that, and yes, it had to be replaced. Rapid fire, though, is a beautiful ability, but I think it's beautiful in all the wrong ways. Now, you guys are watching footage here of me playing Hanzo. You might have seen some of this footage before in the past. That's just because I haven't had a chance to record any sort of new footage because I've been away the last couple of days, but the thing that gets me with rapid shot is it headshots, and I don't understand why. So Hanzo right now plays in a slightly different way than he used to play before, but you still kind of take up most of the same positions. Although I'll be totally honest, like, I have played this new Hanzo more than I've played the old Hanzo, but you're still kind of approaching the same sort of way. Now, I think because I play Soldier and McCree, that type of positioning works well with Hanzo. But Hanzo's got a few major advantages right now. So if you're trying to push forward through a choke and there's a barrier in the choke, which there probably will be, there could be a Winston, there could be an Orisa or a Reinhardt, you just trigger rapid fire and just fire all of the shots into the barrier, and it does, I believe, about 480 damage. That's a lot. Obviously, you'd fire a normal shot in first, then you'd rapid fire through, then you'd fire another shot. Rapid fire comes off cooldown, then you fire another one. You know, you're just sort of spamming shots very fast into a choke, and you can really burn down the tanks. Now, one very alarming thing I noticed is I actually did 27,000 damage in one game. That is an amazing amount of damage. That's extreme damage. That is like, I think I've only ever got close to that when I've played Bastion, and that was when Bastion had his OP Ironclad. But up until that point, I've never done that much damage. Now, there's a couple of things which are the reasons why Hanzo is doing so much damage right now. Brigitte, Reinhardt, Roadhog, like comps are quite tanky. This means you can just farm them for damage. Obviously, you're not farming them for damage. You're trying to kill the targets, right? But you're firing into them, and it's really, really effective. Now, let's talk about Rapid Shot, because what the issue I've got with this ability is it headshots, and it really shouldn't headshot because you get the damage multiplier. So if you hit somebody in the head, you're basically going to do massive damage to them. And because it fires so fast, it's just insane. Now, one thing I've noticed with this is I am using Rapid Shot, yes, to burn down tanks from distance, and yes, to put pressure on people in certain positions. Like maybe there's a Widow and you just rapid fire at the Widow, or you use it to fire at a Pharah. Like Hanzo is more effective at dealing with Pharah now because his arrows move faster when they're in the air. But he's still Hanzo, so he's still not as great as, let's say, a hit scan would be, or a Widowmaker. Obviously, she's a hit scan, but, you know, like he's not as effective as those heroes like a Soldier, McCree, a Widow, but he can still harass her. And a lot of dealing with Pharah is just harassing her, doing damage to the Pharah to make her think about moving out of the way, basically. Anyway, with Rapid Shot, Hanzo can just like pepper the sky with arrows, and maybe 2 of them will hit her. That's going to do a lot of damage to her, and she needs to get the hell out of there. And maybe somebody else follows up with damage and kills her. Anyway, that's not my biggest issue with Hanzo. The issue is the fact that Rapid Shot headshots, because when you, like, okay, I am getting a little bit confused here, but essentially you would use this to burn down tanks and push people away. However, you can use this to assassinate people. So the way I'm seeing this hero working in my head right now is he's very powerful as a flanker. He's got a lot of mobility, so you can get into good positions, and you can get out of bad positions, which is super strong. But when you get close to someone, you don't shoot at them with primary fire. You might do, the first shot should be primary fire, and then you initiate rapid fire, and you just fire at them at point blank range, and you'll hit them. Hanzo's projectiles are pretty big. It's pretty easy to hit them, especially like, well, on almost every target, especially when you're point blank range, right? So you rush in, pop it, and just kill people. It's crazy. Like if you can jump up to a soldier, you can just kill him. Jump up to another Hanzo, and he doesn't realize you're there. You can just kill him with Rapid Shot. Tracer tries to jump on you. You just kill her with Rapid Shot. It's almost the same as Scatter Arrow, which is why I'm confused. Because the whole point of Scatter Arrow was it felt crap to die to. It felt like a cheesy ability, and it wasn't fun. But so is Rapid Shot in a way, because even if you get close to a Hanzo, you know he's going to Rapid Shot, and then he's just going to like fire a bunch of arrows at you. Yeah, they might not get you, but I don't think it's much different than Scatter Arrow, because Scatter Arrow sometimes wouldn't hit you. I mean, okay, you do have to aim with Rapid Shot, but it's not really that much aim. Like I said, like, Hanzo's projectiles are quite big, so it's not that difficult to land them. So, right, all I want to know is if you guys agree with that. I'm in a very weird position here with Hanzo. I really like this. The first box they've ticked is make a hero that is really fun to play. This is really fun. I almost feel like I've got a new game. Hanzo feels like a completely new hero. It feels like me playing one of my favorite heroes, but it also makes me feel a little bit sick in the mouth because it's Hanzo, who traditionally was seen as a bit of a troll pick. Yeah, there are great Hanzo players out there, and yeah, Hanzo could work in certain comps and on certain maps, but when you see him in the game, it's like, oh, it's a Hanzo. I wish we had a soldier or something like that. Now that's not really the case. Hanzo is consistent DPS, more so than he was. The idea of removing Scatter Arrow to make him feel less crap to play against is good on paper. What they've replaced it with, I think, is too good. I honestly think it should not be able to headshot. Because it headshots, it means you can just delete people. You guys have probably seen in this video clip, because I've probably used the footage again, and I did put this out on Twitter, but there was a moment where a Roadhog and a Mercy corner me, and I just kill them both. What? Like that's extreme. That shouldn't really happen. In close quarters combat with a Roadhog and a Mercy, I shouldn't be killing them, but I am. If I had Scatter Arrow, maybe I wouldn't have killed them. I might have killed the Hog, maybe. I don't know. It's difficult. So this is a very weird situation for a hero to be in. It's a remade hero, which I honestly think is much more effective than the old hero, but still retains the same feeling of, oh, I've just been killed by a Hanzo. Oh, Hanzo's just scatter shot. Well, Hanzo's just rapid shot me to death, or rapid fired me to death. And I'm just like, well, I'm dead. Great. That was fun. I don't know if it is. So let me know in the comments below, guys, if you agree with this. Do you think the new Hanzo is broken? Do you think it's okay? I think it's fun to play. I think he's a little bit too effective. I think I'm going to play more of him to find out what's going on. But there are some interesting knock-on effects from Hanzo. You do see a lot more Zarya. Now, Zarya, obviously the Graviton combo is great. It's great if you play Hanzo and you've got a Zarya because you'll get play of the game every single game. So it's nice to see other heroes like that benefiting from the Hanzo, but is he a little bit too strong? And should he be tuned a little bit more in the future? I think he probably should be. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Stylosa and this is Unit Lost. If you enjoyed the video, then like the video. Remember, you can subscribe to the channel and you'll get more videos, and you should probably click the bell, which tells you when uploads are made to the channel, because then, well, you'll get alerted to when uploads are made to the channel. And follow me on Twitter, which is @UnitLostGaming. All right, guys, I'll catch you lot, or well, you lovely lot, on the next one. Toodaloo.